Hey friends! So, we are actually going to do something a little different today. Last couple times I recorded StarCraft 2 Wrong Races playthrough, I ended up not getting any voice recorded. My bad. I'm sorry. So we're actually going to play through, and I'm going to give a commentary on myself. So let's hop right in. So, but yeah, I probably spend a little bit of time explaining something here, and we'll move on to the meme. The DM after an NPC casts Dominate Person on the Min-Maxer. I wonder which of your friends I'll have you annihilate first. Yeah. It's totally like that. So I'm here making my choices, figuring out what exactly I want to play with. Corrosive Bile, that's par for the course. I think I actually had a reason for going that kind of Roach. Yeah, that's it. And yep. And mostly left tier abilities, but one right tier. Oh, I remember this. This is where I actually smartly play. Yeah, and I totally forget about that container right there. The one just right here. But yeah, so yeah, this is the one where I have to try to keep Tychus alive to the best of my ability. Yep, and then you get to see the Odin put together. Which, good on the developers for putting that in there. That's actually pretty good. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. My own version of cheap editing. I will be doing that later in the video as well. There will be wide swaths of the video recorded with yeah, anyway. So yeah, here I go. I start zapping some dudes, blowing up some marines, and a little bit of panic, like, oh crap, I've bitten off more than I can chew. But then I'm like, okay, there we go, crushing grip. And I have to wait for those guys. Gimme them. Gimme. There you go. And I decide to have the battle cruisers at base to save them for later. Yeah. Probably would have been smart to blast the medevacs, but yeah, I didn't make it to that. I have a definite look of concentration on my. Oh, there I go. I'm talking again. I have no idea what I'm saying, but I'm definitely talking. But yeah, so yeah, we just keep tearing through the base with Kerrigan. This is all in an effort to keep the Odin from taking too much damage. But as per my normal videos, I will be eating candy as well. Also, this video will be very pieced together, so. Yeah, so. Yeah, I was just dancing around the map trying to. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of neglecting my base at this point. Oh, and the Odin. I mean, I tried to rush over there at the last second and be like, no, no, you guys stop that. Mm-mm. Yeah. But yeah, also, let me know in the comments if you actually liked this. If you liked the after the fact voiceover. Cause I can make it a staple for certain videos, especially ones where I am on with other people. I won't do that as much, but I won't like talk over myself as much, and I will probably have my voiceover thing over here instead. Yeah, so that way you can see me talking on one side and then the other when I take a break. But yeah, I could try doing my videos that way. It's a lot of extra work, but okay, got a little unfocused. I don't think Tyga swore again. I'll watch it again later just to make sure. But yeah, I'm blowing up some. Not those fire bats. That's the word. Oh, I'm like, oh my goodness, I want that. Gotta get my infestors. Oh yeah, let's grab these. Oh crap, I'm hurting it with Kerrigan. Kerrigan, stop hurting it. I could just see myself saying that. Then I'm like, okay, that's enough. Go over to that base. This this is more tart than normal. I like it, but oh, this is where I grabbed a bunch of SCVs because I needed them. One thing I wish I would have done was have the SCVs try to eat from Kerrigan. I don't know if that's possible, but I want to find out. But yeah, it would be really funny if I could just have them try to eat Kerrigan for power. Dang guys went after my SCVs. I'm like, alright, let me grab another SCV. Oh no, that's not what I was thinking at that point. Oh, I was thinking, let's feed these guys. Oh. Okay, I ended up cutting myself off there, but that's dang Tychus is just kind of a swear engine. So I'm trying to block it out whenever he tries to swear. I've been talking pretty consistently, and the only reason I noticed it was because I paused for a moment. So I'm just hoping he hasn't sworn up till this point, but I'll try to check for my viewers who don't like that kind of thing. I certainly don't. Okay, he's done for a bit, but I'm gonna leave this here because that way I don't risk him and risk ending up like you guys hearing him swear and then I'm like, oh crap, what do I do now? Just gotta go back and fix everything. Oh, gotta fight some Zerglings. Fight some Zerglings. No, I've got to fight some Reapers. There we go. With Zerglings that... Oh, dear. They popped my queen. How rude. How dare. So yeah, I hope you don't mind my cheap version of editing. I feel like it takes a lot longer. Oh, and there is... Oh wait, no, that... Sorry. There's a spot in the Protoss campaign that just obscenely, like, the Protoss campaign where you're playing as Zerg. Oh, was I going to do... Oh yeah, no, I was gonna flip through the races. That's right. So yeah, I won't get there on this run. But there's just this point where Abathur swears obscenely. And it's like, dude, holy crap! I mean, did you kiss the Overmind with that mouth? I don't know what else to say. This is the kiss your mother with that mouth kind of thing, but the Overmind. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, it's like, Abathur, the heck did that come from? You don't swear. But apparently, the devs just included this voice line just to mess around and be obscene. And I'm pretty sure at this point I don't actually get the battle cruiser. Yeah, there it goes. Oh well. I'm gonna blow that tank up. And boom. Siege tanks are annoying. Like, their general area of effect is the Odin's entire footprint. So SCVs don't actually get hurt when you're repairing him when a siege tank goes after the Odin, because siege tanks center their blasts around something. If they are shooting the Odin, they are missing everything else. Pro tip, in case you ever come up against siege tank, if you got something with a big enough footprint, then that's the only thing those tanks are gonna hit. Pro tip from a totally not pro. But yeah. But yeah, you, like, if you're playing Zerg and you go with Ultralisks have a very large footprint, and once they get in close, the siege tank they're attacking can't hit them anymore. So yeah, that's a nice play. But of course, this is just my ideas, not actual pro tip material. This is me saying, oh yeah, that'd be cool. When in all actuality, it may not be practical at all. Especially considering how high damage the siege tanks do to their main target. The part of the allure of a Ultralisk is their armor. And you know what? My brain farted. Yeah, no, I totally lost my train of thought. I won't remember it until I go back and look at this again. I'm still trying to remember. Yep, nope, it's gone. I just totally lost my train of thought. Well. Anyway, so I believe I do wreak a little havoc with Kerrigan here. Again, trying to keep the Odin from getting too damaged. Oh, and I have to send in my battle cruisers because enemies start sending stuff after my base. And I wanted to go fight the Loki. I really wanted to go fight the Loki. But you know what? They messed it up. They managed to destroy a bunch of my Mutalisks, and I had to use them at base and then at the front, and didn't have any time to fight the Loki. So, I'm sorry guys, you won't see me destroy the Loki as Zerg. If someone requests a specific playthrough of this mission just to watch me kill the Loki as a requirement, leave something in the comments below. Oh yeah, and right there I decided to send a bunch of Zerglings through the base to attack that one siege tank so it doesn't do as much damage. And, yeah. I learned that Zerglings are squishy. But two of them were troopers. Managed to walk through all of that and get up to the siege tank and go, die. And the siege tank just can't do anything about it. Except for shoot the Odin when it comes into range. If I was that tank driver, I would have been like, oh, dang it, somebody get these Zerglings off. Oh, crap! Just as I see the Odin starting to shoot at me. Oh, that would be terrifying. Yeah. Oh, and for an explainer as to why you can now see my taskbar. I had this little window ready, and I had it here ready to start blotting things out. And then I realized full screen didn't let me put it in front of it. Curse you, basic video player that I use. But I don't think I'm gonna be changing it. Like, oh dear, I almost lost. I think I lost a. Ooh. Yeah, no, that's hurting. Yep, got a good crushing grip off. And sorry, I'm gonna keep this up until this mission is over, and then I'm gonna put it back up on a later mission. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm actually doing this the day I recorded another video. And I have to edit that video as well, because it has a swearing issue that actually comes up later in this video. So, yeah. Yeah. I lost my train of thought again. It's getting late. I woke up at like 2 a.m. this morning and just laid in bed for hours. Anyway, but yeah, I'm eating the remains of my strawberry shortcake. Made from scratch, except for the cake mix, which we bought the cake mix and just mixed it with other stuff. But yeah, things you bake in your own house are typically delicious when you do it right. Like, I realized, oh, that reminds me, yes, I hate ravens. I hate them a lot. But yeah, because there was a raven, and I think the raven died, but I just I just had them move to the Odin without actually attacking to the Odin. But because of that, the Raven managed to get off one of its mines, that homing mines, that just follows a unit until it strikes it. And that's what you saw, the aftermath of that. The mine made it to my mutalisks and decimated them. It was really, really irritating, and it's part of the reason I was not able to face the Loki. I mean, could I have done it with a battle cruiser and what little stuff I had left? Possibly. Ooh. Okay, that's mine now. Oh, and we're about to get more. Oh no, I'm not gonna split. Oh no. Ooh. Yeah, I did not split well once this entire mission. So, yeah, that was kind of a pain in the butt. So yeah, I lost a lot of mutalisks. And then I had a funny idea, and I bring it up as I grab Kerrigan here. But I'm like, Okay, I'm gonna send Kerrigan into the base and accidentally have Tychus drop a nuke and destroy her. But let's see how that goes for me. Oh yeah, this is gonna be hilarious. Tychus? Tychus? Hurry. Crap. And then they were shooting my infestors. But the Odin had enough power. Oh man, I really would have liked to see what the nuke would do to Kerrigan. I should have waited till the reticule of the nuke came in. That way I could have had her survive. But yeah. So now that's done with, we can move this for now. I just gotta figure out what this next mission is. I'm nomming on something in the video. I want to nom on my candies, but they're a little too tart, which isn't a problem for my tongue, it's a problem for my teeth. Oh yeah, and as the video just showed me, hydrate. And I believe there was actually another hydrate prompt I missed. But hey, I got it this time. And this time I decide to give the Mutalisks the rapid regeneration ability. I just realized on the Wrong Races playthrough, I don't remember ever doing Terran on the... on the Xeris missions. I don't know what they do for it. What, is there a version of Raynor that is, I don't know. Alright, we're managing to get a good run here. I'm afraid it may soon break, and we'll have to break the video, and there'll be a weird skip in there. Also, I love that it gives you Kerrigan during this bit. That is just awesome. I just thought of something. In the archipelago thing, is there a thing that makes it so that you have Kerrigan in all of the missions? I'd have to run that by my brother to find out, but that would be an interesting one. I think Tychus manages to have a rather clean mouth in this. The only swear I'm worried about is from Mensk. And I'm gonna check the... Oh, I need to at least get to 30 minutes before I pause, otherwise this is never getting done. I've already put this off way too long. I have 2 episodes stored up that I need to edit because I didn't talk and there was swearing from the NPCs. From the... Yeah, the... bleh. Tychus. Also, the alternate Kerrigan. Kerrigan 1. Kerrigan 2.0? Okay, human Kerrigan, Kerrigan 1.0. Zerg Kerrigan, Kerrigan 2.0. Primal Kerrigan, Kerrigan 3.0. That's how I'm gonna do that. Or should that be 4.0? Because normal Kerrigan, pre-Zergified Kerrigan, but human, and fully human. Kerrigan 2.0, she has gotten massively. She's become super evil. Super evil. Anyway, so that's Kerrigan 2.0. Then they de-Zergify her mostly, but she can still control Zerg, and she still has some abilities that are pretty sweet. That like just a small group has no hope of taking her down. Like that little mission where Raynor, Tychus, Swan, and what's his name? Yeah, I've completely lost it again. Anyway, so they go down into this creepy tunnel thing, and oh yeah, Broodlord. I love the Broodlord. I have fun with the Broodlord. I just tell them to go over there and then stop paying attention for a long time. Anyway, but basically, in that scale of mission, Kerrigan would have just would have wiped out all the Zerg, no questions asked. There was a reason that Raynor only did piddly damage in that. Kerrigan is terrifying. Like one-on-one, Kerrigan is terrifying. Like, I'm pretty sure the scale on that was the real scale on that would be that base was completely flooded with Marines and Zerg and ghosts and all kinds of other Terran units. I feel like there were a lot of them, and Kerrigan was doing all the heavy lifting for certain. She is just too powerful to be able to take out easily. And her kinetic blast. She half healths an ultralist with that thing. And don't even get me started on how powerful she gets in Archipelago if you full 100% that. Oh, that is just terrifying. Solo the Odin and a bunch of units combined with the Odin, no questions asked. And it is just boom. I realize this commentary might be a little annoying because I keep getting off track. Like, with this, I'm able to get further off track than I am with other stuff. Oh yeah, I tried to make some more Mutalisks, being like, oh, I might need some Mutalisks to take down these, the air defenses. Then, of course, spawn more Overlords. And I'm like, right, here we go. Thank you very much for that. And then I send the Broodlords over here. It's the kind of thing you needed to know, but you never want to know. Oh yeah, and my Broodlords just go back and forth with these things for a bit. I mean, the Broodlings stand no chance against that number of enemies that are just specifically spec'd to destroy ground units. But it doesn't really matter, because there's an infinite number of Broodlings. I never actually got any Infestors in this level, so I never repaired the Odin at all. Yeah. But back on full archipelago, full archipelago Kerrigan, she could decimate she could decimate a single marine in one hit easily, which I think she can do at the end of the campaign, but most units that go against her are nothing in comparison. There's no comparison, they lose. Straight up. Dead. But yeah. And I've just got I've got Tychus just ordered to follow Kerrigan, like a big overprotective brother. And this is still going. They keep spawning more units, but I keep killing them. That's fun. So I do have to flip back and forth between the two a lot. I'm actually not doing very well on Vespine gathering, it looks like. I'd have to be back at the main base to see, but well, I think I am mining at maximum capacity from what I have, but I must be using it quick. But yeah, everything that they would normally throw at me to mess with my base is all getting choke pointed here and just destroyed. And oh, here I was making sure they weren't rebuilding or something. I realize now that they probably don't do that. But yeah, so all right. So yeah, then I start building a second hatchery. Send my mutalisks over to destroy the second refinery. Kerrigan's just cleaving through, and they're about to do a pincer attack on the one area remaining. And I go like, why is that taking so long? I've got like 5-6 mutalisks. But yeah, here I go about to attack the main base area finally. So they've just been kept at bay with my broodlords slowly getting slaughtered. But on the other hand, I've just got all these dudes that are just powering up. And there I was just waiting till that moment. Yep. I was waiting till I had 600 Vespine total. That way I could just build 4 broodlords and overwhelm the opposition. And kaboom. Already I'm overwhelming the opposition. I sent Kerrigan and Tychus on the other side, and now they're soaking up a fair amount of dudes. Kerrigan tanking the hits because she's got a heal. Tychus doing all the damage. Does that mean that Tychus is basically using Kerrigan as a shield at this point? Somebody make a meme out of that. Because that's actually kind of funny. Yeah, I got annoyed because I needed more overlords, so... But this time, I believe, I actually noticed I needed more overlords before I clicked for more units. So I think I had that going for me. I'm actually starting to get some more Vespine now, so I'll be ready to make some more mutas soon. We'll definitely go for more mutas, because at this point I've got a flock of broodlords and nothing but Kerrigan and very unaligned against air combatants Odin. Oh, what is this? Oh, yes, I remember. Sorry, I had to remember what that was for. I'm still going to stick around for just a little bit longer. Don't have much time left in this mission. And I'm going to go back and make some mutas. And have them go over either to Kerrigan or the Odin. Oh, or I'm just going to have them sit there. But yeah, the Broody Boys got me covered. And I think it's on the middle one where I actually realize... Oh. Excuse me, sorry about that. Anyway, I think it's once I start working on the top one that I realize that it's better to have Tychus sitting on the point while I defend with Kerrigan and the Mutalisks and the Broodlords. And here I am, as, like, this is just a trademark quality for me, practically, because I never all in. Practically. Like, I practically never all in. I never try to do... I typically always act like I've got far more game than I actually have ahead of me. And I think in multiplayer, I think I'd be very low rank if I tried multiplayer, which you can ask. Feel free to ask, but I'm not likely to accept. So, that, yeah. But, and if the community starts shouting for it, I will try a few multiplayer matches. But that's just going to be one of the things that if I do it, it's not going to be something I main. This is not, like, Command and Conquer is not my kind of PvP. However, like PvP such as like first-person shooter, I can do that. League of Legends, I'm pretty good at that, but I just do not have, like, all of that's impulse. I can be impulsive on that kind of game. I can let my impulses guide me to victory. Oh, and even with League of Legends, I only do ARAMs. If you want to see that, leave a comment below, and I'll try to find some friend groups to play ARAMs with. Because ARAMs is my favorite. Oh, am I about to make... No, I don't think so. I was totally thinking about making a hatchery, though, down there. But then I'm like, you know what? This is the last objective. I'm just going to set everything on it and be done and stop wasting my time. So... I mean, is it technically an all-in? Maybe, but everything else is dead. This is practically, like, the multiplayer equivalent would be the Terran player has run off with their buildings, and you're just sending all of your units out there to find them. So, yeah. I've cleaned up all of the bases. I just need to complete the last little bit. But there we go. I've done it. Anyway, yep, we're gonna pause. Well, not just yet. I'm gonna let us get a little further to the next selector, and that'll be a good place for me to start from for the next point. My video will not be stopping here, but my current recording, over-recording, and chatting is going to end for now. So, thank you for joining me. I'll see you in a moment. For you. Okay, more recording. And, yep, I'm just, in the picture, I'm just bobbing my head, creasing my brows, like, Oh, then I do some stretches, which is actually a good idea. I go ahead and do the behind back thing where my arms disappear. Like that. Looks like I have no arms. Armless. And for this mission, yeah, I'm just picking some good Kerrigan abilities. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I lose all regard for my swarm in this one. I'm like, okay, let's just go kill stuff. Yup. Not stop until they're dead. Security cameras. Let's kill some Marines. Because I find that if you go for the side of the fire bats, they don't die. And they're like, alright, I gotta quickly back out of this and fight them myself. Yeah, if you fight alongside the turrets, they get messed up. And the turrets don't fight you. Yep, they tried to lock me out. But joke's on them, I already blew up the cage before any Zerg could get out. Still gonna kill the Ultralisk, though. That was apparently infested with broodlings. I mean, it kind of seems like a small thing for um for an Ultralisk to spawn, but honestly, I think it'd be excuse me. I think it'd be funny if they actually did that all the time. Like whenever an Ultralisk dies, you just get two broodlings. It's practically nothing, but it does have the possibility of coming in clutch. Okay, and I decided to go for a really bad idea. Because the smart idea is 75 Zerglings. Because I wouldn't have any trouble taking them down. But no, I go for 19 Zealots. Lost a Zergling, 2 Zergling, 3 Zergling. I think I lost 4 Zerglings. But I've still got my 2 queens, so no issues. Yep, and more hybrid stuff. And for the most part, I'm not actually saying anything. Well, I am right now, but I can't read lips and I can't remember what I said. Sorry.
We don't rest until that hub is destroyed. All forces strike now. For the swarm!
Woo! Go!
We adapt. This world is mine.
Yeah, Protoss relics don't actually do anything for me in this run, apparently, but I decided to get them anyway. And then I saw that tank and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna hold off for a minute. Just wait for that to... There we go. The tank's dead. Don't need to worry. Then I activate the Ares Warbot. This mission is a cakewalk with Kerrigan. You just gotta make sure she doesn't die. And I forget that I have to bring the Ares Warbot with me. I'm like, why isn't it attacking? So I go back over there. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I have to order it around. And then it just derps behind me most of the time. kaboom. And then I decide, for whatever reason, to go with 3 raptor zerglings and 2 more swarm queens. I think it's because I decided the queens would survive pretty easily. And they did. For the most part. I'm not gonna lie, they died horribly.
Our conquest continues. I am the swarm. The Dominion.
So, I just had an idea about a character that is called Dies Horribly. And he's called Dies Horribly because there is a prophecy about his death. And, like, however he dies, it's going to be horribly. But instead of, like, taking this news and just letting it consume him, instead, he decides, you know what, that's fair. If there's ever a time when I might die immediately, and some with a way that's not horrible, then I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna save the party and be brave. But if I see a situation where I would die horribly, I'm running the other direction. So half the time he's a coward. And the Brutalisk decided to block me there. Why didn't I grab that? Meh. I would have done no good if it mattered. Yeah, I'm thinking about actually streaming this. I mean, it'd be kind of funny.
I am the swarm.
But yeah. It'd be fun. I actually got 2 episodes to do this with, so I've got to get going. Got to get going on it, or it's not gonna get done. Okay, there's the hybrid. So then it's like, oh crap, we gotta run. Where did I get those banelings from? Well, that baneling. I got 1 hunterling baneling. And that's it, and it keeps leaping at things, but not killing anything for quite a while. And it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing there? Yep, see? See? He keeps going for it, but he just can't hit anything. Oh, finally hit something. I think it's funny that despite the fact that he's just this deep purple, his enemies still die in green acid when he explodes. Now, let's keep that hybrid busy. Yep, there we go. So there's 2 more Protoss relics in this section. And I ignored another Protoss relic. Really, I thought, like, early on I said I was gonna try to do all the objectives. I have done abysmally at that, sadly. Oh no, my queens! My queens are okay!
Our conquest continues.
My queen, one of the hybrid biosigns has disappeared.
Just trying to pop these eggs before they pop me. Right now, I'm at a leisurely pace because the hybrid ain't after me right... Oh boy, it's an Ultralisk. Okay. Well, we got it. We're good. We're doing fine. And there we go. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get these 2 queens as well. I don't remember what I said, but I did find that moment pretty tense. I'm really chill right now because I'm not in the thick of it. I'm just surprised I managed to get out with all 4 queens. I thought they didn't make it. Kind of crazy. Oh, and this is when I got access to twin drones, and I think I make this little mistake earlier on where I end up like trying to make a... I am really sorry about my cheap method of blocking out the swears. I mean...
Make your peace. We adapt.
If anybody knows of like a software or something that can just block out little parts of your screen or blur them even better. I'll look for something after this video actually. But yeah, so for now we are going through this video. We're gonna try to make it all the way through, and hopefully next video I'll have a better option. But yeah, so anyway, here I am just trying to get my base set up. I've got the twin drones, so that's really nice. I'm able to get through starting up my base a lot quicker. Yeah, and I decide that I want to go a Mutalisk Broodlord composition. But I also realized that I have the Omega Network, Grand Nidus Network thing. So I decided to use that for the first one at least. And there's the usual spawn more overlords. You'll probably see that every game as long as I'm playing Zerg. That is just one thing I'm not so good at. Alright, and then we are starting to destroy the Mobius data cores. And I send those little guys back home to help defend. Let's see. Oh, and I lose my Hydralisk, sadly. Because, yeah. And am I gonna have her? Yep, I have her heal. Alright, we've almost gotten through this. Just making it go boom.
You won't get the rest of them.
I realize the game sounds are probably abnormally quiet on this video. And that's going to be because desktop audio is quieter. Could probably turn that up a bit for this one. Thing is, if I turn it up now, I may forget to turn it down later. I still... Oof.
My queen, the hive cluster is under attack. The Nidus can bring our troops back to defend.
Yep, took out the Nidus.
I am the swarm.
Mostly using mutas at this point, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to face those spore crawlers. And on this one, I have Kerrigan with Kinetic Blast instead of Leap, so that's a thing. Yeah, there I have a little derp. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put these drones in here because I don't need them in here. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking here. I bet some of the better StarCraft 2 players are just offended by my build order and like the way I do things.
The swarm conquers all.
I'm not super optimized.
No time like the present.
Command and Conquer, while I may do a lot of it, is not really where I'm that skilled. I mostly shine when I can be impulsive. So basically, like, building, like, so basically, like, first-person shooter. Well, finally, I start using Kerrigan to blast those. That was a long time coming. Oh, I think what I might have been doing was I might have decided to, I decided to wait for the next enemy attack wave to come through. Probably would have been better there to make a few Broodlords, but my home base is decently defended now. I have a huge stock of minerals. And for some reason I tried to send those into my evolution chamber instead of my,
Our conquest continues.
Nidus network, but, you know, again, not my typical game style. I have been getting better at it, though. Yeah, I used to play this one when I was little. TA Kingdoms. And it was really cool because it, like, the races on there were very different from each other. Honestly, I'd like to build a game like that where,
The swarm
where the characters each have where the different races each have their own unique resource node types. And basically cross mining isn't really a thing. Oh, and then I realized that the Ultralisk about killed Kerrigan. But anyway, so basically set it up so that like you can play the same race on the same map, but and the races in the campaign don't get along with each other at first at all. But the big thing is, like they don't fight over resources. Typically, they fight over territory, and don't really care that the other races use totally different resources. But basically, I'm thinking like 4 races, but humans are actually kind of funny because humans have the most expansive unit count and can mine from any kind of resource because that's our big strength, adaptability. But also this tends to make the aliens in the campaign hate humans the most because they can use any of the resources that any of the races do. Anyway, that's my thoughts so far on that. And here I am destroying the spore crawlers so that I can send my mutalisks in. They did manage to destroy... Oh, no, they didn't. Never mind. I thought they managed to destroy one of my spore crawlers. Looks like they've only managed to damage one. And then I remind her that she needs to be attacking the spore crawlers. Alright, so yeah, then I got my mutalisks and they're fighting they're attacking the data core now, so we'll prevent the other Queen of Blades from accessing it. So, managed to get the second data core. And I think this is about when I go in and start building broodlords, focusing on them. Then I have my mutalisks take care of the Nidus. Kaboom. And I get to work setting up a secondary base. I'm not sure if I've said this today or this episode, but... Oh no, I said this the other day and you guys didn't hear me because mic wasn't fully working. But, basically, my tendency is to build for the future, even when there's not much of a future left. So, yeah, that's a thing. Alright, I popped the last... Oh, yeah. Infestors. Can't really do much damage directly, but they are certainly really annoying. Have the Mutalisks patrol just in case. But then I think it's about time, yep, I start making Broodlords. And start my second base building.
What is it this time?
And boom. Okay. So, yeah, I got a bunch of drones. And then I look back over here, I'm like, okay, I'd better start moving my Broodlords along to destroy other stuff. And, yeah, but one big thing, I kind of end up, going a little slow and cutting things a little close. Yeah, I almost don't, yeah, I almost don't make the object. I almost tried to pivot the screen. Whoops. But yeah, so now I'm just protecting the base since I have extra drones. That's a thing. I just had an interesting idea. No, I don't think it would work. The idea was that if I had a bunch of drone, like if my drones had minerals, were holding minerals, and I didn't have a hatchery for them to deliver the minerals to, and here's the stupid idea. Could I tell them to build something and then cancel it and then have all my minerals back? Like, basically have the drone have basically given the minerals into the bank without losing any. And just possibly that being a big... Yeah. Does anybody know if there's a building that refunds 100% when you cancel it? Because that would be interesting. That'd be a funny strategy, a funny option. Especially if... You know what? On second thought, I'm not going to finish that thought because I don't like that kind of player. Well, I mean, okay. Let me explain myself. So, and this is actually something I used to do, but never in PvP. Actually, no, I did do it in PvP. Ugh. Okay, so I am guilty of this crime that I am about to speak of. But basically, it's a multiplayer game. It's your team versus someone else's team. And the enemy has destroyed basically everything I have. So I think when I did this, I was actually Protoss. So basically I kept going and putting buildings around the map just to mess with my opponent. But yeah, but I don't think I've ever actually done it with Terran. But yeah, no, I was being cheeky. I lifted off. No, not lifted off. I moved my. I ran away with all my probes and just started building things around. Just building pylons around the map. And yeah, I think my ally still managed to win. And I do not believe it was because of me. Oh, at this point I'm like, oh crap, because I just realized how much time I have left. I have to destroy this last building before she gets anything from it, and I just lost a Broodlord in my panic. But here I go, trying to destroy this building before a minute goes by at this point. But and that's cutting it close for me. I like to have a healthy bit of room, but if I'd been much less what's the word, efficient, then yeah, it would have been bad. I think that is the last episode for today. So thanks for joining me. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you liked me, subscribe. There'll be more to come. Thank you. Sayo.